Hey Bayview Kids, welcome to another week of January. Ooh, it's so cold. I'm not a super huge fan of January because of the weather, but I am a fan that in January, oftentimes people make New Year's resolutions. It's a great opportunity to try to do things a little bit differently than you did last year. Now, one of the things we're focusing on this month is about knowledge. Now, boys and girls, some of you might think, oh, that's just school stuff, boring stuff that I have to learn all the time. But it's not true, actually. Knowledge is really important. In the Bible, God says for us to love Him with our hearts, but also our minds, and that's really important. So boys and girls, as we learn more about God this month and throughout the whole year, I hope that we also learn to love God with our minds. Really important. Okay, we're gonna stand up and worship God together.
Scared of what I don't know, when I'm afraid, thinking I'm alone, you remind me that I still belong. God, you help me to grow. When I am scared, I don't feel strong. When I'm afraid, something is wrong, you remind me that you're in control. You teach me to know I am learning. You make me so courageous. You make me curious. There is so much you have given, so much to explore. You're teaching me. I'm gonna be a better me. Scared of what I don't know, when I'm afraid, thinking I'm alone, you remind me that I still belong. Oh yeah, God, you help me to grow. When I am scared, I don't feel strong. When I'm afraid, something is wrong, you remind me that you're in control.
Welcome to Story Lab. This week we're talking about knowledge. Well, we take a look at the story of two people who lost something pretty important. Hey, I'm Amaya.
And I'm Zeke.
And we're talking about knowledge, which is learning something new so you can be better at whatever you do.
I just learned how to do one side of a Rubik's Cube.
That's awesome. Can you show us?
Sure. Oh, hold on. I had it. I have no idea. Oh, of course it's in the book bag. Sorry, can't find it.
It's okay, you're not the only one.
What, you've lost a Rubik's Cube too?
No, I mean you're not the only one who loses stuff. I read the average person loses up to 3,000 things in their life.
That's like the opposite of knowledge.
I even found a quiz for us. Let's go.
About losing stuff?
Welcome to What Have You Got to Lose? lose.
What is happening?
You have 20 seconds to correctly answer the following questions.
I didn't even study.
It's supposed to be fun. We use our phones.
Question 1. The average kid loses 7 items a month. What top 5 things do kids lose?
Jacket.
Shoes. Remote.
Homework.
A stuffed animal.
Gloves.
Snacks. Oh, come on.
Lunchbox. Backpack.
I didn't even get anything right.
I guess I'm just really awesome at losing stuff.
Question 2. On average, how much time do people spend each day searching for misplaced items?
Wait. Do we both answer?
I don't know. How much time do you spend looking for stuff?
Last week I was like 20 minutes late to school looking for my homework.
And it's, okay, I usually find my stuff in like 2 minutes.
So in between 2 minutes and 20 minutes. 10 minutes?
Okay, 7 minutes.
Or 10.
Or 7.
Fine, 7.
Okay, we answer 7 minutes.
The correct answer is C. 10 minutes.
I had it.
Sorry. But wow, if most people spend 10 minutes a day looking for lost stuff, that means that's 2.5 days a year totally wasted.
2.5 days I could be napping. Or
Yeah.
playing Row Builder. Okay, we're 1 for 2.
Final question. Forgetfulness can be a sign that you are busy, distracted, or tired. But forgetfulness can also be a sign of what?
I bet forgetfulness is a sign of intelligence.
Oh, you just want losing stuff to mean you're smart.
Oh, but it's like your mind is so full of other awesome stuff, you can't remember little things, like your phone.
I guess you could be right.
Well, if losing stuff is a sign of intelligence, then I am intelligent, and you should definitely trust my answer.
You know what? There's some backwards logic there, but...
Time's almost up.
Okay, fine. Our answer is C, intelligence.
C is correct.
Yes! 2 out of 3.
Thank you for playing. What have you got to lose?
We just lost some time.
Well, that's better than the main characters in today's story. They lost someone.
Whoa. It's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the 3rd book of the New Testament, Luke. But before Luke, in the very beginning, out of deep love, God made an amazing world. But when people turned away from God, the world was broken.
God made a plan to draw people back into a relationship. So, at the right time, God sent a tiny baby to be born in the small town of Bethlehem, God's very own son, Jesus. But Jesus didn't stay a little baby. He started to grow.
Which is where our story starts.
Let's take it away.
Hey everyone!
Hey, Brian.
As Jesus grew up, he had to learn stuff, just like we do. He had to learn how to walk and talk, how to put on his own sandals, how to grip a stone to toss it in the creek. And as he grew older, Jesus learned how to help his mom with chores and how to fit together smooth boards in his dad's carpentry shop. And every year, Jesus and his family joined other Jewish people traveling the long, dusty road to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Now, this trip would have taken at least 4 or 5 days. Think about it. No car, no bus. That was nearly a week walking every day, all day. But it was a special time too. Jesus was able to run and play with other kids during the trip, and they all camped out under the stars. At last, Jesus and his family reached the city, along with thousands of other people. They likely stayed with family or friends to celebrate for the whole week, and they shared a special meal together on the very last evening. As they ate roast lamb, they remembered and retold the story of how God had rescued them from slavery in Egypt.
Why do we eat this meal every year?
We were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord took us out from there with a strong hand and with an outstretched arm.
The next morning, Jesus' family packed up and joined the crowds flowing back out of Jerusalem. Jesus knew when they were leaving, so his parents expected he would just travel with a group and join them when they stopped to camp as usual. But in the evening, Jesus did not turn up.
Have you seen him this afternoon? I haven't seen him since we left Jerusalem. I thought he was ahead of us with Eli's family.
Has anyone seen Jesus?
Mary and Joseph hurried through camp, checking with all their friends and family. A sick feeling settled in their stomachs as they began to realize, somehow, Jesus had been left behind in Jerusalem. The trip back to Jerusalem must have seemed endless. Mary and Joseph were already exhausted, and their imaginations were working overtime.
What if he got hurt?
He could have been knocked down by a Roman chariot. Those soldiers don't care who's in their way.
When Mary and Joseph finally reached Jerusalem, again, they searched everywhere for their son.
We already checked with all the cousins.
Maybe he's in the market.
No one had seen Jesus since the day before. Mary and Joseph must have been sick with worry by the third day when they thought to look in one last place.
He loves to study the scriptures. What about the school at the temple?
But that's for scholars and teachers.
Still, Mary and Joseph decided to look just to be certain. Sure enough, when Mary and Joseph hurried into the temple courtyard, they saw a group of teachers.
Joseph, that's Jesus, right in the middle.
They're actually letting him talk.
Now, we don't know exactly what Jesus discussed with the teachers, but they were all amazed at how much he understood and at the wise answers he gave to their questions. As soon as Mary saw Jesus, she rushed to him.
Son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been worried about you. We have been looking for you everywhere.
Why were you looking for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house?
See, Mary and Joseph had been so stressed out that they'd forgotten what the angel told them more than 12 years before, that Jesus is God's son. It made complete sense for Jesus to be in the temple, but Mary and Joseph still didn't fully understand. Jesus returned to Nazareth with his parents. He loved them deeply and obeyed them, and Mary kept everything that had happened in her heart like a secret treasure. As Jesus continued to grow, he became both wiser and stronger, and he found more and more favor with God and the people around him. The end.
I'm pretty sure I'd be grounded for a year if I went missing for 3 days.
Yeah, but Jesus did have a really legit reason to stay behind in the temple.
Well, first and foremost, Jesus is God's son, right? And Jesus knew that listening to God and learning more about God was the very most important thing that he could do.
Even though it was hard to understand for Joseph and Mary.
So, what's our part in the story?
Learning about God can seem like just one more thing to check off. But discovering God is so much more. God is the creator of the entire universe, yet God wants to have a relationship with you. When you read scripture or memorize a verse, God can speak to you through those words.
You can also learn about God when you talk to people who follow God or read things they've written.
You can start small. Pick one verse to read every day for a week.
Or ask an adult to help you choose a devotional book, and that can help you discover so much more.
And here's the awesome thing. The more you learn about God and the more you start to know God, the more you want to discover.
God is so big. There's no end to what you can learn and know about him.
I think you guys have the picture. See you next time.
So here's the thing. Knowing God is the most important thing.
Do you think God can help me find my Rubik's Cube?
I think the eyes God gave you can help you find it.
Where?
Okay, I'll help you. Right now, you're cold.
Okay.
Colder. Warm. Warmer. Warmer. Hot. Burning!
Oh, there it is!
Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time.
Okay, so you start like this. First you rotate to the top.
Wow, what a great story. I love hearing the story about when Jesus was a boy. I think we often think of him as a grown man, so it's very interesting to hear this story. Well, recently, my husband Connor, he actually went to Jerusalem in Israel, and he showed me some pictures. It's a big city to get lost in. Wow, I can't imagine. Oh my goodness, if I was his mom or dad, I would be so afraid. But when they eventually found Jesus, and I'm sure their heart went back to a normal rhythm, they realized that he was doing something very important. He was learning about God. Now, boys and girls, I hope you know that learning about God isn't just something that's boring or something that you need to do, but it's really important as we develop to know God and know who he is and know the amazing things that he can do. Because when times get tough and things are bad, it's important to know our Bible and who God is so we can just have that wonderful personal relationship with Jesus. All right, we're gonna have some reflection questions that are coming up together in just a moment. So if you wanna pause the video, you can do those together with your brother or sister or your mom and dad. Okay, the questions are coming up right now.
forever friend. Everywhere I look, I see Jesus is amazing. Everywhere I go, I know Jesus is amazing. Everybody clap your hands. Jesus is amazing. Jesus is amazing. Amazing. The stars that shine, the sun so bright, the mountains high. He's amazing. The ocean wide, the big blue sky, both day and night. He's amazing. So come on, move your feet. Everybody dance with me. We don't have to be afraid. You can sing your fears away. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. There is nothing he can't do, 'cause his love will never end. He is my forever friend. Everywhere I look, I see Jesus is amazing. Everywhere I go, I know Jesus is amazing. Everybody clap your hands. Jesus is amazing. Jesus is amazing. Amazing. The stars that shine, the sun so bright, the mountains high. He's amazing. The ocean wide, the big blue sky, both day and night. He's amazing. Everywhere I look, I see Jesus is amazing. Everywhere I go, I know Jesus is amazing. Everybody clap your hands. Jesus is amazing. Jesus is amazing. Amazing.
You know what time it is?
It's time to hear a story full of wonder. There's so much fun we'll have learning together. So let's go down to the clubhouse with Ollie and his friends. Let's go down to the clubhouse where wonder never ends at the Wonder Clubhouse. Meet with you at the Wonder Clubhouse. Meet with you.
Hi friends, it's Hayden. Do you know what this is? It's a special bath tablet that I'm using for a science experiment today. If I put this yellow tablet in the jar of water, what do you think will happen? Let's see if you're right. Look, it's turned the water yellow. Here's a blue one. If I put this blue tablet in the yellow water, what do you think will happen? Let's see. Wow, the water is now green. Yellow and blue make green. Isn't that amazing?
Who?
It's Ollie.
Hello, Hayden. Who? Does that colored water belong to you?
Yes, Ollie. I use these bath tablets to change the water from yellow to green. It's amazing.
Yellow and blue make green. It's true. I've got a story about water just for you. Listen up. Just follow me through.
Follow me through, who? Ollie's got a Bible story for me and you.
Hello, friends. I'm Justin the mailman. It's so good to see you. I've got all sorts of letters to deliver today. Oh, wow. Look at this one. It's a wedding invitation, see? You're invited. Someone gets to go to a party celebrating 2 people getting married. Which reminds me of our story for today. You want to hear it? Great. Let me just put the story mail in the mailbox. Today's true story from the Bible is about someone amazing. But first, let's practice our "That's amazing" face. So on the count of 3, I want you to pretend you just saw something truly incredible, wonderful, amazing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's amazing! Yes, you did it. Okay, remember that face, because I want to tell you about someone who did something amazing and made a lot of people make their "That's amazing" face. The story begins with a wedding. It was quite the party. Look, there's the bride and groom. They just got married. On the count of 3, let's all say, "Congratulations!" Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations! Well, guess who was invited to this wedding? Jesus, his mom Mary, and the disciples. They were all there to celebrate and have a good time. The party had special food. Wow, look at that! And they were drinking super fancy party drinks. But the family that was having the wedding party ran out of the special drink. This was a big problem. And Mary wanted to help. She knew that Jesus is amazing and could do amazing things. So she asked Jesus for his help. She told the helpers to do whatever Jesus told them to do. Jesus asked them to get 6 big jars. Let's make sure we have 6. Are you ready to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. We need 1 more jar. And 6. There we go. Then Jesus said, fill them up with water. Water? But the wedding needs super fancy party drinks. I wonder if Jesus is about to do something amazing. Let's watch and find out. So the helpers filled 6 jars up with water. Can you pretend to be a helper and fill a jar with me? Get your pretend water pitcher and pour it out. They're almost full and done. Great job, helpers. Then Jesus said to take some of the drink out of the jar. Look, the water became super fancy party drink. He did it. Jesus is amazing. And everyone who saw what Jesus did was amazed. Can you make your "That's amazing" face? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes! That's how everyone felt because they saw Jesus do something amazing. Oh, hey there, Ollie. Tell me, who is amazing?
Jesus is amazing. Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who is amazing?
Jesus is amazing. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it. I'll see you next time.
So there's your story, and it's all true. Everyone was amazed at what Jesus could do.
Thanks, Ollie.
Goodbye to you. Hoo, hoo.
Wow, Jesus can do the most amazing things. Jesus is amazing. I think I got the story. Did you get it? If you did, say got it. Get it? Got it! Good. I wonder what would happen if I mix red with yellow. See you next time.
Everyone who heard him was amazed. Luke 2:47. Everyone who heard him was amazed. Luke 2:47.
Wow, what an awesome story. Jesus turned the water into super fancy party drink for everyone. That is so crazy. Well, boys and girls, I know we know this because we learn about it every week, but Jesus can do anything. Isn't that crazy? Ollie, do you think that's crazy? You do? Well, I know that Jesus can do it. I have that belief in my heart. And I hope, boys and girls, you do too. Well, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.